Hello guys, welcome to the channel. So today it's spring season in Horizon 4 and that brings a new playlist, and today's video is about this car, the VelociRaptor 2019 by Hennessey. It's you can say a kind of competitor to the Mercedes AMG 6x6, and it's basically a Ford Raptor which has a longer body and with two extra wheels and a more power. So let me unlock this car and I'll get back to you. And here it is, the legendary VelociRaptor 2019. So as you can see, it has 600 horsepower, 622 foot-pounds of torque. It weighs a lot at almost 6,700 pounds, and it's got the same engine as the normal VelociRaptor, the 3.5 liter EcoBeast or EcoBoost, I think. So yeah, it's the twin turbo EcoBoost, and it's just above, I mean, not even above, just at the start of the A class, and it costs nearly 350,000 credits. So let's check the car out. So as you can see, compared to the normal VelociRaptor, the main changes over here, they have increased the bed size and also given it two extra wheels, and you can see there are some different suspension units also. Then there's some touches by Hennessey by adding the VelociRaptor bumper and adding the light bar, and you can see the exhaust is over here on the side. So let's do a sound check. Sounds pretty okay. So let's try out a race with this. So we are trying out the Lakehurst Woodland Scramble, and this is totally stock. And here you can see it compared to a normal F-150. So you can just see the comparison over here in terms of height, total length. The best way to turn this car is to completely come off the throttle, and as you're coming out of the turn, just hit the power and then it'll turn really good. Just like that. You can also use this car to ram other cars off. And if you drive it correctly, it's pretty easy to get first position. Not that the competition was pretty tough or anything, and I was on expert difficulty. So let's try some modifications now. So in terms of customization, we can swap the engines. Current engine makes 600 horsepower and 622 foot-pounds. And we get the racing 7.2 liter V8 and a racing V6 twin turbo. Not sure from where this engine is, but I think looking at the car, I think the V8 will suit it the best. Let's add the V8, and we can turbocharge it or supercharge it, but I'll be going for the turbo. In terms of cosmetics customization, we have this. Which, to be honest, does look pretty ugly, and I'm not gonna add that. For the tires, we can't change the compound. We can only increase the size, which improves the handling. Let's take the rears up to 345s. I think I like the stock Hennessey rims, so I'll keep it that. So we can add race brakes, and there's no suspension tuning over here. So in terms of weight loss, I've already added a roll cage, so that's why it weighs 6,800 pounds. So we can remove 1,600 pounds. So that's good. So in the end, we have reduced our weight from 6,700 almost to 5,300 pounds. We have increased the power from 600 to 1,306 and improved the handling by a little bit and brought it up to the middle of S1 class. So here's the sound with the V8. It's the same sound every time. So let's try a race that can help us check the speed also and some of its off-road capabilities. Okay, so let's try this one. So I have the difficulty set to expert. Okay, the accelerations has improved a lot. So for turning this thing, you have to use the same strategy again. Before going into a turn, you have to come off the throttle completely. After you have completed almost half of the turn, then you have to get back on the power. You have to feed in the power. You cannot totally just gun it around the corner. And you can definitely not drift it around the corner also. Okay, so we checked out the racing engine. So now let's swap in the V6 twin turbo. So here I've reduced the width of the front tires and made it thinner than the rears. So I think those will help in turning. And I think we can remove further weight by adding different rims. So these Weld Racing rims remove almost 155 pounds from the car. So let's install these. So our power has gone up even more from 1300 to 1460, and we have reduced weight from almost 300 pounds. So let's check out some paint options. So we have this, I think, silver, a red, then we have another bright red, the blue, one black, dark gray, the gray, and white. So let me customize this. So here is the car after I finished painting it. So it's basically wrapped in bronze, or brass color, sorry. And this is the sound of the V6. And I've added a carbon bonnet and carbon wing mirrors. So let's try to see if this thing can drift. Nope, it won't. So let's check out the backstage pass. And this time we have an M3 GTR and the number 25 RTR Mustang. So I'll be going for the M3 GTR. Haven't tried it in a drag race, have we? So let's try that out. So let's see what this can do in a drag race. So the only car that came close to me was the Mercedes E-Class, the Top Gear one, and it did a 9.6 second time. It's pretty good for such a heavy vehicle. So this is the Hennessey VelociRaptor 6x6. It's a pretty unique car in its own right, and the only real competitor for it in this game is the Mercedes AMG 6x6. I don't think it's supposed to be built for track racing, all this stuff, but it's pretty good. The only thing is that the handling is a bit difficult. The only way you can handle it is while turning, you have to come off the throttle completely, and then after completing the turn almost by 80%, and then apply the throttle fully. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like below, and also subscribe to the channel as it will help me out, and also hit the bell icon. So thanks, bye bye, cheers.